Hi, this is Jody with Jody's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making some maple glazed drumsticks. Absolutely amazing. And you'll get to see how I do that. Put the glaze together, put it on the chicken, and I think we'll even brush it down. And drumsticks is an easy way of helping with your budget. They're not as expensive as the chicken breasts, but that's okay. It's still a good cut, and you're going to want to make sure that your chicken has no antibiotics in it and does not have any hormones. Because remember, whatever the animal is eating, if they get sick or diseased, you're going to be eating it. And that's not something I'm okay with feeding myself or my family. So just always make good choices when you're out there shopping. So we're going to get started on this maple glazed drumsticks. And also I'm going to add that I'm going to be making some mini twice baked potatoes. It's just any twice baked potato recipe you can get, but this is with little tiny potatoes. You'll love it. So let's get started.
What I'm going to do here is I am going to start off by grabbing some of these Smart Bites, potatoes. And these are organic. And what I'm going to do is clean them up because they're going to need it. And then I'm going to show you guys a neat little trick that I use. I am out of saran wrap. Yay! What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the potatoes in here, and I'm going to seal it from here to here, but leaving these ends open, and then lay them flat on the plate. And what'll happen is it's just as good as saran wrap. And if you really want to save your pennies, rinse out your bag, wash it out, and then hang it up to dry, and you can reuse it, and that could be your potato bag. But, this is just one way I'm doing it because I don't have any saran wrap. Okay, let me get these washed up and I'll be right back. I'm going to get started, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that I poke just a small slit. You don't need a big slit in them because you don't want them exploding on you in the microwave. Okay, and like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to pop them into the bag. And I'm using a freezer bag. And I'm kind of going to let the air out, like it's on that. And what I said, I'm going to start from here to about here. That way my ends are open, as you can see. And I'm going to leave these out and put them in there for about 5 minutes to start off with and see what happens. So, get those in the microwave. Okay, and we are back. Pat that up. Okay, what I'm going to do is take my little food processor, and I'm going to chop these up. Hot. Okay, as you can see, that bag works perfectly. See? You rinse that back out and dry it off. Just take your knife. I'm just using a paring knife. And see, here's the majority of the potato, and here's just the top. Hot. See? Just popping off the top. Hold it firmly and twist. Yeah, this is just a strawberry color. Works perfect. You could use a melon baller if you want, but I like this because of the little spikes. It helps grab it and twist it right out. So I'm going to finish up the rest of these, and I'm going to come back and I'll show you what we're going to do with this. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some sour cream, organic, and I'm going to grab some butter. I'm not going to use all that. Just It's just for aesthetic purposes here. Okay, and I'm also going to go ahead and use some cheese. Okay, what I like to do first is get the butter in there because, well, it's going to help melt it before you put your other cold ingredients in there. Now I guess a smart way you could do is let everything set out to room temperature, but like I said, a lot of my creations are at the last minute, so I don't have time for all that. So what I'm going to do here, wipe off my knife. Ugh. Do not like cross-contamination. And I'm only going to use, this is about a teaspoon. I'm going to do about 2 teaspoons. That's all I'm going to need. Okay, and I'm going to mix these up just to get that butter melted. Once I add more wet ingredients, then it will melt all together. And then I'm going to just take a couple tablespoons of sour cream. Then I'm going to take just a couple of tablespoons of cheese, and I never use a measuring cup. I just do this because, well, that's me. Okay. And what I have here is 12 of these little potatoes, and it's just my husband and I. So, you know, 6 is a nice number. I mean, it's not too much, not too little. It's just perfect. And also, before I do anything, is I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. You don't need a lot. That may be too much for some people. So, you know, you just always got to, if I can get it in there, just a little bit of pepper. Just for flavor. Okay. How pretty that is. How it chased it around there. I'm going to add just a little bit of milk. Just a little bit, because it's really, really super stiff. See? That's probably about a tablespoon. And just add more, you know, to your desired consistency. Let's take a look. It's still a little stiff, so I'm going to add just a little bit more. My husband likes stiff mashed potatoes, so, you know, we don't end up using a lot of milk, but, you know. Okay, another brilliant idea by me. I'm going to take this out of here. I'm going to put it into a baggie, Ziploc. Take out the center if I can get a hold of it. Grab a paper towel. Maybe get a better grip on it. There we go. Okay. Don't have somebody here to help you. You always do this, just flatten out the bottom. Once you get a little bit in there, then, you know, you got a pretty good anchor. You know, but this is a great way to get the kids involved and ask them to help mom by holding the baggie. So what we're going to do is we're going to pipe these into the potatoes. Don't want to waste anything. Don't like doing that. Okay. Then on the end, the corner here, I'm just going to cut about that much. Alright. And then we're just going to work it down in there. perfect. It looks pretty. Okay, and by now this right here is really cool. So you can put these in the oven. You can put these in the oven to reheat. These are so yummy, guys. Gonna take another pan, line it with some parchment paper, and I'm going to get some, where are they? Here. The only ones I have on hand right now is some cupcake liners, and the ones I have on hand are my little gingerbreads. Okay, now it is the middle of summer. No way are we doing gingerbreads. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put about 6 in there. That way you can put 2 of the potatoes per. And this is a great way to do portion control. Okay, and kind of keep things under control. I would suggest to use white ones, but hey, we use what we can get our hands on at the moment. That's what makes us great. Our innovations. See? They're not going to topple over too much, but you know, as you can see, this works out really well. They're pretty much standing up, not falling over. And a lot of people like to go back in with the cheese. I'm one of them. Just a little bit. You don't need a lot. Because all you're doing, putting these back in the oven, is just to rewarm them. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put these in the oven, 375 for 10 minutes. And then we should be good with our chicken and these. And I'll get started on some green beans and peppers, sauteed green beans and peppers. So that'll be good.